Hey guys, welcome to this YouTube video, and today's video is going to be quick, hopefully, and simple, and it's going to be about one of the most important aspects about client finding, which is lead finding, or just one of the most important aspects when it comes to finding the right customer that you want to work with. So as a growth operator, these are the things you should be looking for, and I guess overall, if you just want to find leads for whatever reason you want on social media, this is what you should look for. So going right into it, there's two types of leads. This is basic. Everybody knows there's good leads and then there's bad leads, right? So we're gonna get into the good lead aspect so that it'll make it easier for me to explain bad leads, right? Because essentially a bad lead is anything that does not meet these requirements that I'm going to talk about. Right? I'm making it easier for myself, so the video could be quicker. Don't blame me. Anyways, going back into it, good leads. What's a good lead? So a good lead is a lead that obviously one hits your ICP. ICP is your ideal customer profile, right? What are you looking for? What niche are you into? Just make sure that whoever the creator is or whatever you're looking for hits this thing, right? Because you don't want to work with someone that's not in the field that you want to work with. Simple, right? What else is there? There's what platform they're on, right? This is not that big. You can use Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, but I just prefer YouTube. Why? Because I know a lot of other influencers in the industry agree, such as Dustin, where YouTube subscribers and people that view are more likely are more engaging and a higher quality of subscriber and person, which basically means in operating terms that they are more likely to actually pay for an offer if the creator that they're following drops one, right? And the other four things I can't even count to look for are looking for gaps in their funnel, right? Checking their comments for engagement, their offer potential, and their personality. So breaking these four down real quickly is, once you come across a creator, right, in your ICP, you want to look right off the bat to see if there's any gap in their current funnel. Is there something that they don't offer? Such as, let's say they have a Discord community, right? Paid Discord community, but they don't have a high ticket offer. And let's say you're in a trading niche, that guy can teach how to trade, instead of just giving out free plays in the $20, $30, $50 a month Discord. Boom, we found a gap, right? And then also, if the creator doesn't offer anything, or even if he does offer something, it's always good to check comments. For one, engagement, and another thing that I didn't add here is to see, because sometimes the offer you need to pitch or the offer you need to create for this certain creator is always sitting in the comment section. And I can't stress this enough. Sometimes all you gotta do is spend 2-3 minutes on one of his videos, reading through the comment section, seeing what the people are saying and what they want. Why drop an offer, right, based on your intuition that nobody wants and nobody's gonna sign up for? Might as well just see what the people are asking for the most in the comment section and boom, tailor an offer around that. So also you want to look out for offer potential. What this means is, if you do drop an offer, how well will it perform? And a big key factor in this goes back to what I already said, which is one, check comments for engagement or also views, right? You want to make sure the guy's posting consistently and he's getting a decent amount of views, and that there's people really interested in his, you could have 10K views and then you'll have one comment, clearly means that a lot of people are just watching his videos to watch him. They're just not there for the actual content or really care, And then another big thing that a lot of people seem to overstep is the creator himself and his personality. I always recommend to please look at the videos, watch them yourself a few times, and see that if this person himself is someone you, one, want to work with, right? And two, from a, let's say, mentee or a subscriber's perspective, you would want to join their offer, whether it's a low or high ticket, right? If there's a person, let's say you look at it from the shoes of the subscriber, that you can tell this guy's a little aggressive, I don't know, a lot of people are gonna even join because of the way he is, the way he talks, then it might not be the best option. And especially if the personality is something you don't like and you don't agree with, you're never obligated to work with someone like that, because I promise you're just going to cause more arguments and problems down the road, which is not worth it. Like they always say, there's plenty of fish in the sea, whether it's because you don't have a girlfriend or you don't have enough clients, So these are the most basic things that you must meet no matter what. And I know everybody's going to be like, but that's going to take so much time and I don't have time. Well, too damn bad, Do you want to waste time? Then by all means, go spam as many leads as you can of like, quick glance, or this guy doesn't have this, and boom, rip them. That's just not going to really help in my personal experience and experience of others. So once we go right into bad leads, like I said, if you're not hitting any of these requirements, it's most likely a bad lead. There's no engagement, his content's all over the place. His last video was posted 6 months ago, stuff like that. If you just base stuff off subscriber count and views that he had like on his most 6 month old video, it's not going to work out for your favor. You're really just going to waste a lot of time just to figure out that the whole offer and then everything was just a low converting offer, and you didn't make any money, but you spent so much time and blah 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 blah. So a big misconception about leads is quantity over quality, right? People think that, oh, if I just somehow can just buy or use AI to get me like XYZ amount of leads, then I can just message everybody and then boom, I'm done, and I'm just about to make millions of dollars a month doing this. I'm the best growth operator in the world, blah blah blah. That's just not how it works. I have personal experience, and I will actually happily share that with you guys, because it still pisses me off till this day, because I was so naive and didn't want to take the little longer route, which is finding the good leads. So a bad lead, obviously, it's a bad fit lead, which means it takes away your time and effort that you put right into talking to them, hopping on calls with them, and trying to convert the coach to, or the creator, into like whatever you want. So going back into the good leads, I can't stress this enough. Please spend your time in finding the leads. Why? Because if you do find good leads and you fall through with them and you get to talk with them and it all works out, one good lead is all you need. And I did not intend to rhyme, but I see that maybe if growth operating doesn't work out for me, so far I can't complain. But if the growth operating isn't working out, I might just get into the rap industry, because like, come on now, guys, this is straight bars. Like, there's no growth operator out there that can rhyme better than me unintentionally. There you go, another rhyme, guys. I see, it's just natural. Now I'm contemplating if I'm in the wrong industry. But as I'm saying, guys, one good lead is all you need. Let's say if you want to hit 10K a month, right? If you really put the time in and only email good leads based on what I said, the chances of you hitting a 10K a month client jump up insanely, So please spend your time. Who cares? Who cares if in one day you only get 5 great leads versus 100 mediocre leads? Time you save now on the leads is only time you're going to waste in the future in trying to make them the perfect offer, or even in waiting for the right amount of people to join, right? So please just spend your time. One lead can get you 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month. There's people that are even doing a lot more, right, in this industry. So like I said, one good lead is all you need, and takes more time, but it's worth it. And I explained that, so I really don't need to get more into it, So then going into this route, I know a lot of people have talk about hiring VA or freelancers. And once you get to that level, it's 100% I would advise it, right? I did not have the best first impression, which is why I'm here making this video, so you guys don't have to go through the pain and struggle that I had to with my first VA, and I will get into that, and it's just not the best. So hiring a VA, why do people do it? It's cost effective. Like for me, for instance, I got 100 leads my first time I ever did it for $5.67, something like that, right? Tax, I don't know, Fiverr, you guys can pick it up with them. But I was like, oh my God, 100 leads. It takes me like 3 days to find 100 good leads, not even a lot more, right? Because I'm following my list, and you got to check everything off. It's time efficient, and then you could scale with it easily. If you're getting leads coming in like crazy, and they're actual good leads, you can easily keep emailing them and talking with them and converting them, and boom, you go bigger and bigger and bigger. But the cons is, like I said, if you do not train them, they will get you right back to this right here, guys. Bad leads, you're going to waste your time, and that's exactly what happened to me. I got 100 leads with the most mediocre requirements. I think from here I gave them the niche I want, and then I told them to look for a gap, even though like in their funnel, which I thought was like everything they needed to know, and like 1 or 2 more things, like their most recent posts, like they gotta have posted within the last 1 to 2 months. And I thought, boom, these are be the best leads. So what did I do? I took their word and I started emailing them. I got on calls with many of them, and then thank God, one of them did go like a farther way than just the initial call, because they agreed and everything. And then I realized, like, why am I even here? I can't even help this person because this is just not what I do, or like the ideal lead. But a lot of them I was figuring out on call and in the emails that like what the heck is going on? This is not what I expected. Like this is not something I can help. This is just not it. Then I realized that it was my fault. I wasn't clear in my, requirements. But hiring VA or freelancer for leads does work, right? You just need to be really, really exact when it comes to the instructions and what you're looking for. Like I already said, you got to train them about good and bad leads, right? This is more than just one text about when they ask you, what are the requirements you're looking for, sir? Like, it's a lot more than just, this A, B, C, D. So a story about this as well is the same VAs that I had hired, right, with those bogus and small, quick requirements, I then later, after realizing my mistake, sent them a PDF of 1 to 2 pages of exactly what I needed, and guess what? They ran away. They told me, oh, this is not what, they can't do this is just too much, and they didn't even say to charge more, because I would happily give them a little bit more money for them to do it, but they didn't even say, they just said, we just can't do this, and that thank you for the work they gave earlier. So then I had to look around, and it's really hard to find people that are actually willing to take these PDFs and like actually apply it, which is why it comes down to training. Like if I were able to hop on a call, which I can with them, like this is how I would find my next VA. I would hop on a call, sit face to face and talk with them and really tell them to make sure that they understand. Always get them to send you samples first. That's another mistake I made. I just said, okay, yeah, I need 100 like this, and just send it to me whenever you can. When in reality I should have been like, okay, I want at least 5 examples of what I told you, just to make sure that these, like, you understand the assignment, initially. So that was my biggest mistake, and I paid the price for it. Like I said, I probably wasted with this one guy at least a month going back to forth emails, hopping on calls, building a plan, whatever, just for me to realize, like, okay, this guy like hasn't even posted in 6 months. His engagement is so low. Like, what was my VA thinking? That's literally all I saw. And I was pissed, and I wanted to bring it up to my VA, but I realized like I should have at least checked it before I did all this. But in a sense, if you're paying for something and you think you did the right thing, you have a trust in them and thinking that they won't fail you, but they do. Which is why I rather just spend some time either training a VA, right, to the exact needs, or just spending more time on finding it myself. Why? Because if I'm going to spend some time now, I'm going to save myself some time later. Same thing, if I'm going to save some time now, I'm going to waste it on other things later. So that's why, guys, good leads and finding leads correctly is the most important thing when it comes to growth operating, because like I said, one good lead is all you need. You can hit that 10K a month, you can hit that 20K a month. I've done it, people have done it, you can too, So just please, I can't stress this enough, just spend some time on the leads, because at the end of the day, this is what converts you into your X amount of goal, right? If you keep getting good clients, you keep hitting 10K months, 5K months, whatever the case is, and then you'll reach your end goal of whatever, the lavish life, the Ferrari, the penthouse in Miami, or wherever you guys want it to be. But yeah, that's all for this video. Maybe next time I can make a video of me actually going through YouTube or Instagram and explaining to you what a good lead looks like and how I find it, basically based off this whole framework. So if you guys would like that, definitely let me know below, and well, see you guys next time.